Hello, Assalamu alaikum. My name's Royla and I'm a mum of four children. I've got two daughters and two sons. My eldest three are 14, 12 and 10. And then we had a little madam come along 8 years later, our little surprise. That's where this all came along. And I started my blog, Mamaoncemore. After doing Mamaoncemore and blogging, I found that maybe I can bring out details of breastfeeding far more better while making a video than writing, because with busy lifestyle, trying to get it down can be a bit tough sometimes. So here we go. Start my first video, and what better way to start is by talking about how to plan yourself and prepare yourself before your baby arrives. No one actually ever talks about that. They're always talking about preparing the house and preparing meals and preparing your body for labour and getting your family and children ready for that new arrival. But does anyone actually talk about or take any notice in whether you're going to want to breastfeed your child or not? Because it's there, you've got the milk there prepared, then why not? I know it can be a bit daunting at first. With my first three children, I didn't breastfeed as much. I did it, tried it, because they push you when you have your first child and then second and third, but there's not actually that much information out there. So with my other children, I think from a maximum I must have fed them for about a month, and that was it, because I gave up. There was no support, and I think I was a bit young and I thought, take the easy option, let's formula feed the baby. And plus the fact that the bottles and the milk was readily available to easily do that and get on with all my jobs. One of my friends had her first child, and she was gonna breastfeed her baby, and when I went down to meet her and I saw her breastfeeding her child, and the bond that they had between mother and child was so lovely to see, and to see how quickly they got into a routine, and how quickly she got to know her mother's smell, and she got to know her mother's mother very well. And I felt that breastfeeding really helped it. No matter whether you have your first child, your third child, your fifth child, every pregnancy is different, and that bond, that connection needs to be made really quickly. And I thought actually that bond was really good, and that was just the fact that she was breastfeeding her child, and that made me think. I thought to myself, if I ever have any other children, I don't know whether it was wishful thinking or what, but if I have another child, this time I'm gonna make sure that I'm ready for it. But when I came across this one, I thought, you know what, I'm going to do my research. So that's what I did. You try and attend prenatal classes, and I think going to a prenatal class, you will get the information on breastfeeding, but until you don't see in action, it's not the same. So attending breastfeeding groups is a good way of getting yourself prepared, because it just gives you an idea in reality what it's all about, and getting information from other mothers, how it's going to be. And it's just mentally preparing your brain about what you're going to do. I mean, my one way of mentally preparing my brain was not buying formula milk, not buying a single bottle, and basically anyone who's even mentioned formula feed, that was my answer. No, like, I'm not doing it. I'm going to try. I know I can do it. There's no such thing as low supply in the beginning. There's no such thing of no milk. So why can't I do it? because basically you make milk on demand. As more the baby drinks, the more baby will feed. So mentally having yourself ready previous to baby is one of the big things as well, which I found worked really well for me. I can be very stubborn in certain things, and I think I had to be stubborn in this to say no. I will breastfeed my child, and if you don't like it, then stay away, basically. As well as preparing yourself mentally, you can prepare yourself physically. 6 weeks before, you can prepare your body. So if you don't have a healthy lifestyle, you can start bringing in the healthy lifestyle and taking away stuff that are not healthy for you. And in my case was taking away the fizzy drinks, taking less sugar in my teas, taking less caffeine. But less caffeine kind of came in the beginning of my pregnancy, because I'm a big tea lover, and that was one thing I had to give up, because they talk about how the importance of having less caffeine in your diet and how that affects the baby, and having healthy food with your 5 a day fruit and vegetables. That was good. One of the things that I changed as well. At that time, my husband was going through a change as well, so I was fortunate to be able to take in these green juices, which was a quicker way of taking these 5 a day, which was one of the great things, getting myself prepared for baby and for breastfeeding. And that's like your your health and well-being. But then you've got to get your breast ready, because the breasts are what are gonna provide for your child. And if they're not ready, then what are you gonna do? I mean, some mothers leak during pregnancy as well while the milk's being made. Some mothers don't. I didn't. I never even leaked ever. So that doesn't mean that you've got a high supply of milk or a low supply of milk. It's just everyone's different. But just like say, getting ready for your baby, you're in your comfortable bras anyway, comfortable underwear during pregnancy. So try and introducing your feeding bras, your nursing bras, and while as you're massaging your body during your pregnancy, helping with this natural stretching of your body, you can start massaging your breast. I think about 6 weeks before, they say, and it's just a way of opening up those ducts, waiting for when the baby comes, because the milk won't fully come in until about 2-3 days after. But the ducts are ready with that first milk that babies need, is the colostrum. That's going to give the baby the first hit into their development and their health. And even if you can, even if you're not thinking of breastfeeding for a long time, just plan yourself to give them that colostrum for the first 2-3 days. It's going to be hard because you're going to be tired. Like I said, every pregnancy, every labour is different. So doesn't matter what happens, like with your labour and stuff, you've got to make yourself ready for those tired first few nights. And that's where you've got to prepare yourself in those 6 weeks. Yes, you're going to be having sleepless nights because of the way your body's become, and your body's getting ready, but you have to try and get as much rest as possible. Now, mothers try and think, yes, we'll work to the last day of our pregnancy because we're going to get that maternity leave, but actually that's not doing any good for yourself, and it's not doing any good for the baby, and not doing any good for your milk, because you're going to overtire yourself, and over-tiring is one of the down factors to pregnancy as well. If a mother's overly tired, the milk's not going to come in because the body's not going to function in the right way. You've got to make sure that body's functioning in the right way. It's ready for labour. It's ready to give that milk when that baby arrives. So you need to prepare, go to the antenatal classes, like I said to you, massages, talk to friends about it. And I think talking to friends will be a good way, because it does shock you a bit, because you think, how am I going to feed my child in public? And I'm going to conclude my video here by saying, if you want to see more videos like this, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like my videos, and press the bell notification for my next video. And also I want you to comment what other breastfeeding videos you want me to film. My next video will be on preparing your house for breastfeeding, but if there's anything else you want me to talk about, that'd be great. Like I said, I am a mother of 4, so I will be talking about other motherhood topics and daily life, of what I do with my children. So stay tuned, and thank you for being here. Bye bye. Assalamu alaikum.